Hello and welcome to Knights at the Game Table, where tonight we're going to be talking you through how heroic interventions work. Heroic interventions are a way for characters to put themselves into combat situations, and they're kind of there to recreate the heroic elements of these special heroes charging in and joining a fight and saving their basic troops. A heroic intervention is a special kind of move a character can make into a close combat at the end of their enemy's charge phase. The most common way this comes up is after an enemy charge, so I'm going to demonstrate that right here, and then I'll get on to a couple of other niche cases. But right now, this squad of Space Marines have decided they want to fight this unit of Gretchen over here. So they're going to make a charge. We're going to take Overwatch as read and done, and then we're going to make our charge roll, which is a 7. These Space Marines are looking good, so they can all move up to 7 inches towards these Gretchen. Now, because these Space Marines know what's up, they do not want to face the mighty Orc war boss, Grazgakal Thraka, who would kick the living daylights out of them. Unfortunately for them, heroic intervention, they have charged into unwise positions, and they are now within 3 inches of Grazgakal Thraka. This means that after all the Space Marine players' charge moves have been made, the Orc player can elect to move Grazgakal up to 3 inches towards the nearest enemy model, provided they move no more than 3 inches and they end within an inch of an enemy model, and they end up closer to the nearest enemy model at the end of that move, they're good. So in this case, we're going to make a very direct 3-inch move right into these units here, and now when we start fighting, Grazgakal can lay into these Space Marines, and because of the way the charges work, and the Space Marines didn't charge Gaza, so they can't even try and hit him at all. Now, while this is the most common way you come across heroic interventions, it's not the only way these things can work. Let's set up a similar situation. The Space Marine player, having got stung in the last game, decides not to charge anything, but they are going to move in nice and close and just open fire on the grots with their bolters and their plasma guns. However, even though they haven't charged, the Orc player still gets a chance to make any heroic interventions at the point in the turn when the Space Marine player would have completed any charge moves. So he gets to his assault phase, his charge phase, he goes, no charges. The Orc player still gets a chance to heroically intervene with any of his characters that are within 3 inches of enemy models. So in this case, Gaza's within 3 inches of these Space Marines. He can heroically intervene in here, and he can fight. Notably, the Space Marines can also hit Gaza in this scenario because they didn't charge, so they can fight anything that's within an inch of them, including Gaza, although given the Space Marines' standard weapons, Gaza's 2-up save, and frankly terrifying bases of attacks, it's still not looking that good for the Space Marines here. So that's heroic interventions for you. It's important to watch out for them when you're doing your charging, when you're doing your moving, and even when you're positioning your own army, thinking about how your opponent might charge you, setting yourself up for opportunities to heroically intervene into combats they might try and initiate, or to even discourage them from doing so in the first place. That's been your guide to heroic interventions, and we'll catch you next time on Knights at the Game Table.